Jr. here to give opening comments. Errol, he's joined by his trainer, Derek James.
Hello, how's it going? A little off night. The better man won tonight. Not here to make any excuses. Definitely did his thing. My time was off, and I couldn't capitalize on a couple of things, and his time was a lot better than mine tonight.
Turn it over to the media for questions for ERROL Spence Jr. Raise your hand and wait until you get the microphone.
Ray, back here.
Hey, Errol. Andreas F. from the Sporting News. Errol, how was the weight cut for this fight? And I wanted to follow that with a second question. If the rematch had to be at 47, I know you said you want to be there again. Are you willing to do this rematch back at welterweight?
It's something I got to talk to my management about, but hopefully it's at 154.
How was this particular weight cut? Was it a very difficult one, or did you feel at ease with the weight cut?
I mean, it's always difficult, but, like I said, I don't make any excuses. The better man won tonight.
One last question. What about Terrence surprised you the most? Was it his timing, his power? What surprised you?
Nothing really surprised me. He was just like I thought. It just, my timing wasn't good today.
Questions for ERROL Spence Jr.?
Hey, Errol, Keith Heideck from BoxingScene.com. What do you attribute your timing not being there to? Did you feel off physically or anything, or what was wrong in the fight?
Yeah, felt a little off physically, but most times I get through it. So, I thought it was gonna be just like the other times, but I couldn't kick it up a notch.
Errol, Sam Gordon here with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. How would you contextualize or describe Terrence's power, and when did you really get a feel for it for the first time tonight?
I got a feel for his power, probably like first, second round. He's a strong dude, but, everybody at this top level have some type of power. But I think because my time was out, he was catching me in between shots.
Errol, Kevin Iole from Yahoo Sports. My question would be, your face was swelling up really badly. Were you having difficulty seeing as the fight progressed?
No, I wasn't having difficulty seeing it all.
I'm sorry.
I said no, I didn't have difficulty seeing it all.
Okay. And then lastly, did you feel when the fight started, did you feel good, or did you feel like it was, maybe one of those nights?
I feel cool. I thought, I could definitely do enough to win the fight, but I feel good. And like I said, I'm not here to make any excuses. I'm a grown man. I decided to agree to the weight and get down to it, and that's what I did. So take no excuses. Hats off to the champion tonight.
Errol, straight back. Dan Raphael from Big Fight Weekend. I wanted to know, I know it's only a few minutes removed from the end of the fight. How do you think you're going to deal with this going forward, tomorrow, next week? Are you the kind of guy that's going to just bad night, shake it off, and all is good, or are you going to, stew over this for a while and it's going to hurt bad?
Nah, I'm not going to stew over it at all. I did what I was supposed to do, regardless of the outcome or anything like that. Like I said, I was going to do something, and I promised everybody I was going to do it. So I did it as a man. I stood up on my word, so I'm definitely not going to sulk over this. I'm going to get right back and get to it, hopefully at 154 pounds.
I mean, we know how big of a fight this was. Everybody talked about the historical significance of this fight all through the build-up, all for the last several years as we waited for it to happen. I wonder, it's happened. You go on the losing side of this one. Does it at least give you some solace to know that you gave the boxing public something that they had wanted for so long, even though obviously it didn't go your way?
Definitely. It was exciting, the whole build up to it and leading up to it too. So it's something that I wouldn't change for nothing, and I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 154 pounds.
Thanks a lot, guys. Morgan Campbell from the New York Times. This question is for Derek.
You saw in the performance tonight that gives you confidence that in a rematch at 154 pounds that the result would be any different?
Who you talking to?
Errol.
Say it again.
I just wondered what aspects of the performance tonight give you confidence that you could change the result even at 154?
Because I know I'm a lot better than what I showed tonight, and I know that a lot of things was off with me, and even though Terrence Crawford did what he was supposed to, he was sharp and he was on point, and he made sure he was 100% ready in his fight.
Andrew Jones, ESPN and Anscape. First for Errol, I want to ask you, what did Derrick James say to you in terms of supporting you after the fight and how loyal he's been to you? And is this officially your last fight at 147 in your mind?
Yeah, in my mind, it's my last fight at 147 pounds. So, hopefully the next one be at 154. But Derek, just told me that, keep my head up. I was off and, trying to console me like he's supposed to.
Errol, we saw you go down a couple of times. When you felt Terrence's power, particularly in the second knockdown, when you got up, what was going through your mind at that time?
Just fight back. I mean, what you mean was going through my mind at the time? It's a boxing match, so, I was trying to block the shots he was throwing and come back with shots, but, nothing really was going through my mind. It was just, the same stuff.
Last question.
Cameron Buford, LA News Observer. ERROL Spence, would you talk to us about what Terrence Crawford said to you after the fight?
You just asked me that. But he just said, good fight, much respect, and that's about it.
All right, we will allow ERROL Spence Jr. to depart. And you know what? Tonight we saw the two best welterweights on the planet colliding, and I give respect to both men because they went ahead and put it all on the line. A round of applause to both Terrence Bud Crawford and ERROL Spence Jr. for providing us an unbelievable night of boxing here in Las Vegas.